your boy THK Shay coming back with another video. Like this video right now. Share it with a couple people, whatever. You know, drop a couple comments if this resonates with you at all. Yeah, I want to get on here and talk to my brothers, man. Talk to the boys out here going through it, man. Going through it, cause we all go through it, bro. We all go through it. But the thing is, we go through it solo dolo. So I want to talk to all the Lost Boys. Yeah, Lost Boys 2023, man. I want to talk to all of you. So before I even talk to you, I want to identify exactly who you are, right? Because it's not like just a regular guy that is considered a lost boy. You know, you fit certain character traits. So in my opinion, not even my opinion, but this is my depiction of a lost boy, right? When you grew up, you didn't really have a solid male role model. Even in your like early adulthood years, late teenage years, all throughout whatever your life, you never had anybody that you could turn to and be like, yo, what should I do here? What should I do there? Should I do this? Should I do that? You never had a solid someone older than you that you could go to, that you could lean on for some advice, some guidance. If your father wasn't in the picture, you're a lost boy. No strong older male role models, you're a lost boy. If right now in 2023 you can't depend on somebody, you can't, call somebody up just to talk for some advice, for anything, you're a lost boy. That's okay. We're gonna get found, man. We gonna get found. So listen, I want to talk to all my lost boys, and I just want to break down like 3 things that in 2023 you are not allowed to do. If you're a lost boy, you're not allowed to do this. Now listen, let me premise it with this. Because you grew up without having somebody structure your path, structure the direction you should go in life, you have a very, very, very unique perspective on yourself and the world, right? Because of that, you have to be very particular and very conscious of your actions and your thoughts and just the things that you do, when you do them, how you do them, whatever it is that you do. You have to be very aware of it. You can't freestyle things. That's not allowed. You can't do that. That's not one of the points, but still, it is something that I do have to mention. You have a unique perspective simply because you had nobody that was, when you were messing up, you have nobody smacking you in the back of the head telling you to fix up. When you were getting bad grades, you didn't have somebody pushing you to do better. If you were getting out of shape, you didn't have somebody that was like telling you to come on and run with them so that you can get into shape. You didn't have somebody that was teaching you how to fight. You didn't have anybody that was pulling you out of trouble. You have a very unique perspective, and if you've made it this far in life without having some sort of strong, a firm hand, a firm but controlled source of guidance, it's not bad, but it's not good either. Because I know for myself specifically, I know if my father was in my life, in my brother's life, right? Come on, man. I would be so much further ahead. You guys wouldn't even be seeing me right now. Because when I went to grade school, when I went to high school, I only graduated high school. For the record, for everybody to know, I only have my high school. But guess what, nigga? We here, boy. We still balling. We still doing it big out here, boy. And by the way, I did get into university. I chose not to go. It was a personal decision. I chose not to go. But anyway, all throughout grade school, all throughout high school, personally, I didn't have anybody that was pushing me to do better, right? My mom raised myself and my brother just to kind of like, as long as you're doing okay, as long as you're not disrespecting your parents, as long as you're trying your best, that is okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but as a man, you have to be pushed. As a man, you have to be pushed. Or as a boy, you have to be pushed growing into a man, because when you get to that age of adulthood, if you're never pushed, you're just going to think that it's okay to just be okay, when that's never okay. It is never okay to just be okay. We have to be striving and always growing. If you're not growing, you're deteriorating, period. If your body's not getting in shape or staying healthy or growing to be healthier, you're deteriorating. Everything in this world is deteriorating. The world is failing away. You are failing away. You are falling away. So you always have to put a conscious effort into improving your surroundings and improving yourself. So as a lost boy, if you never had anybody pushing you to do better, you kind of grew up in this like weird neutral state of I'm okay the way I am because I'm me and that's fine, which is a double-edged sword. It's like a slow poison, because when you get out into the world and you see people that are killing it and that are doing really well for themselves, you start to think, yo, what's wrong with me? Why aren't I getting these things that other people are getting? Or why aren't I at this certain level that other people are at? And for the record, you should never be comparing yourself, but you do need to take into account of who you are and where you are in life, and if you are growing or if you are deteriorating. So as a lost boy, I want to talk about 3 things that you are not allowed to do, because you have to be conscious and aware of these things, so that you're always on a path of growing, getting bigger, getting better, making your girl proud, making your family proud, making your sons proud, so that you can, pass on the knowledge. Make sure that the people you leave behind or whatever you leave behind, they don't have to go through what you go through, so that you can leave your people. All right. I'm sorry. I realized that my 4K camera wasn't rolling, but whatever. So what I was saying was, you have to leave something behind for, the people that follow after you. I'm not talking about when you're gone. I'm just talking about from a place of leadership. You just have to. Never want the people that following behind you to go through the same struggles that you went through, mentally, spiritually, whatever, right? You don't want them. You want the next generation to do just as good, but past you. Like, they have to pass you. They have to surpass you. They have to do like 10 times better than what you ever achieved, because you set a platform for them to step off of, right? And that's why being a lost boy is such a peculiar scenario to be in, because you don't have a platform, you don't have a backbone, you don't have somebody or something that you can step on top of to, catapult you forward. But anyway, get into the points now. All right, look, first thing that you are not allowed to do is you are not allowed to not have some sort of higher moral compass. That is first. Listen to me. I cannot stress this enough. That is first and foremost. If you do not have God in your life, you are doing yourself and the world a disservice to you. Period. Hold on. Let me show you guys something. Hold up. You see this? Study Bible. Do you see this? Hold up. Do you see this? It's not focusing, but it says the Study Bible. Get one. Get one. Read it. Tap in. It is crucial. Everywhere around us, they are putting debauchery, Satan, all of this, and literally everywhere that you look, bro. Everywhere that you look, anything that's good and pure and clean, they've now somehow, some way turned it evil. They've turned it into something bad, something that is looked down upon. And everybody can do whatever they want, right? Everybody's more than welcome to do what they want. But as a lost boy, you have to have control, and you have to be the ultimate sayer of your spirit, of your soul, of what it is that you allow to feed your mind and your body. If you don't know, weird saying, but we as humans, we are comprised of, we're a 3-part being: mind, body, soul, right? And if you don't know this, your soul controls everything that happens in your mind and then in your body. So if your soul at the core is not good, it's not built on a godly foundation, then everything that you think is going to be evil, is going to be wrong, is going to be twisted, perverted, and then that'll turn out that will in turn reflect in everything that you do, how you speak, how you conduct yourself, how you do business. But that all stems from your spirit, from what's going on inside of your heart, right? A lot of our society, the goal in our society, essentially success is predicated on how much money you make, right? As long as you make X amount of dollars, you are deemed successful. And to a degree, that's fine, because whatever, you're solving the money problems, you're solving the problems that money can solve. But after you do that, then what good is it to gain the world but lose your soul? It's pointless, because your soul is eternal. And even if you didn't have money, if your soul is good, you'd be fine, you'd be happy, because you know that it's all working together for the good, to make you better, right? Money's just an end to a means. It's just a way to get more access to something. It's just it's a form of energy to allow you to have more ability to do more things. But in regard to character, in regard to who you are as a person, in regard to why you do what you do, how you speak, what you deem as wrong and right, that all is determined from your soul. And you have to have autonomy over that. You have to be the person to say, yeah, this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. But it can't come from you. It has to come from something outside of you. It has to come from something that is higher than who you are, right? Because things, spiritual matters, or things of the soul, these are things that are going to last thousands and thousands and thousands of years after you're gone. And they've been here before you existed. So those things that are good, those things that are right, those are the things that have been holding the world together, holding societies together, holding families together, holding relationships together, right? And you have to go outside of yourself to have some sort of good moral compass that is not predicated on how much money you're going to make, or the position that you're going to hold in some sort of company. These are things that, again, are deteriorating. They're falling away. They are always coming out with new currencies damn near every day, B. Damn near every day, man. They're coming out with the new currency. There's always a new company being made. There's always some sort of new opportunity. And what is your soul worth? Is it worth lying to get a job, to make more money? Is it worth, quote unquote, selling your soul to get whatever it is that you're obtaining to get? Bro, your soul is priceless. Your soul is the thing that animates you, and you have to govern it, and you have to protect it, guide it, and feed it good food, man. That soul food, man. So get prayerful. Talk to God. Talk to spiritual leaders in your community that will put you on a path of finding God. You have to take this very seriously. They're attacking your soul left, right, center, up, down, whatever, right? They're coming after it, and they're coming after it for a reason. Hey, bro, they're coming after it for a reason. These past 2 years, if you're not privy of that, then I can't help you. I can't help you. If you can't see it by now, I can't help you. But yeah, they're coming for you for a reason. You need to figure out what that reason is and protect it. Protect it. So you can't live without some sort of higher moral compass. You can't live godless. It's 2023, bro. It's 2023. Life is moving too fast and life is too short. Niggas die every day, B. And every time I go to a funeral, it always humbles me. And not only that, every time I see a newborn baby too, it humbles me. Because like, wow, look at how fragile life is. Life is but a vapor, bro. Look at how fragile life is. In a second, that person's gone forever. They were here one day, the next, you'll never speak to them again. The body is there. The body's still there. You can touch it, feel it, but that thing, that essence that animated them, that that loved one to be that loved one, the reasons why you loved who they were, their mannerisms, their characteristics, all of that's gone, and it's gone forever. Protect your soul. You are, as a lost boy, you are not allowed to live godless. You cannot afford to not have some sort of higher moral compass that doesn't come from you. All right, next thing. Number two of what you're not allowed to do as a lost boy. Okay? You are not allowed to not know. Period. You are not allowed to not know. Do you see this thing right here? You see this? You see? Pay attention. Look at this. Right? Look at this. This is called a smartphone. A smartphone. I'm perplexed. I am beside myself at how many dumb niggas use this. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Anything you could literally want to know, is in your pocket and in your fingertips, at your fingertips. Anything you could want to know. If you want to know why your brain does this at this particular time, you can know. If you want to know the effects of caffeine in your body, you can know. If you want to know why you break out in rashes or whatever, you can know. If you want to know some sort of math equation, you can know. If you want to know how a car works or whatever, you can know. There is no reason not to know something. None whatsoever. See, I think it's okay to not know, right? What I'm speaking to is not necessarily not having the piece of information. It's more so being content in a state of not knowing and just like, yeah, it is what it is. Remember, we weren't pushed growing up. We weren't pushed to do better, to learn more information. We were just, here, this is what you need to learn, and that's it. And we took it, and we grew up like that. We weren't out here reading books independently, learning math independently, freaking learning music independently. We weren't doing any of that. It was given to us. We learned it. We either passed or failed, and that was it, right? And if we didn't know something, oh, it's okay. That's just not how you are. That's just not how your brain is. That's just not how your brain operates. Listen, your brain can adjust and conform to new information. Your brain is constantly changing. So if there's something that you want to learn, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I'll say this, if there's something to learn, you can learn it. You can learn it. There's no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't. The only reason why you can't do something is if you truly do not want to. And if you truly do not want to do something, if you truly do not want to know something, be honest and just say that. Be honest and say that. Save everybody the time, the headache, the trying to get you to, get on board with things. Just say, hey, listen, I'm not interested, don't care, don't want to care. End the conversation, right? But you are not allowed to not know. There are people depending on you to know things. You should know how to fix a flat tire. You should know how to do that. Thank God nowadays, man, we got YouTube University. You can literally learn anything you want. Bro, on YouTube, they have full-blown university courses just on there, just on YouTube, for free. Full university courses from Harvard, just on YouTube. If you want to learn something, you can learn it. Don't settle for not knowing. Don't piss me off and just say like, I don't know why. Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, go find out. It takes 2 seconds to put in a Google query, man. To ask Google. It takes 2 seconds. And even more so, AI is booming, bro. Takes even less time to get the answers that you need, or at least a starting point to the answers that you need. As a lost boy, you are not allowed to not know. Period. I forget all my points. And I guess this last thing that kind of like goes in with like not knowing, but this is more of a general thing that we as lost boys are not allowed to do. We are not allowed to just go with the flow. It's okay to be happy, right? You know what? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't like that word happy. It's okay to be content with what you have, satisfied with where you are in life. But it's not okay to stay there. It's not okay to just let life happen to you. You always have to be moving forward, knocking. They're not picking up the phone. Call again. They're not answering the door. Knock. Keep going. If you're not getting the views that you want to get, tweak this, tweak that, improve, do more. See what you can fix to bring the quality of video up just a little bit more. Bring your songwriting up just a little bit more. Get the views up just a little bit more. But don't think that just because you're here, that you're existing and you're living, that it's okay and everybody should be okay with that too. Because, man, have you ever been like beside a waterfall? Have you ever been beside a waterfall and you just see how water in a different form is just so powerful? It's just so powerful. In one state, right, in a glass of water, it's just water, or in a water gun, ha ha ha, squirt, it's on your face, whatever. Everybody's having a blast with water and yada yada. You play with it. But then when you stand next to a waterfall, and I'm not talking like Niagara Falls where you're like kind of off to the side. I'm talking like a waterfall where you're damn near in the wild, and one wrong step, you can die. The rock, the rock is just there. It's just taking what it can. Don't be the rock. Don't just go with the flow. Don't just stay there for life to happen to you. Because again, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you can feel it or not, everything is deteriorating. Everything is getting worse. I don't know anything that gradually gets better with time, except for like plants and things that grow, obviously. But once it hits that peak, right? Once it hits that like optimal time when the fruits turn ripe or whatever, right? The tree is always in a state of decay. You are always in a state of decay. You are not allowed to be content with being in a state of decay constantly, always. You're not allowed to do that. If there's something you don't like, you have to get up, look at yourself in the mirror, and fix it. You have to be the one that tells you, yo, this is not okay. We got to do something about it. We don't have the privilege as Lost Boys of having somebody tell us that we need to improve something, that we can't just sit here and do nothing and expect for life to get better. We have to be the ones to tell us that. We have to be the ones to say, yo, I don't like that I have this. I don't like the fact that I have outbursts of anger. I need to fix that. I don't like the fact that I have a small amount of vocabulary. I have to fix that. I don't like the fact that every time I get asked a question, I have nothing to contribute to the conversation. I have to fix that. I'm not making my sales goals. I'm not making as much money as I want to. And listen, I'm not saying that if you're not doing all those things, you're a failure at all, because nobody's a failure. But it's about not being content in those places in life where you know that you could be doing better, and you're just going with the flow because, you know, you're happy, because you're just okay with it, and, you know, things will work out. Listen, nothing will work out until you work. And I'm not that hustle and bustle, like, you need to put in work and da-da-da. That's not me. That's not me at all. But you have to dig. You have to dig. You have to keep going. You have to keep one foot in front of the other. No matter how small, no matter how big, one foot in front of the other. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Because one day you're gonna look back at where you came from, and you're gonna think, damn, man, look at where I was, man. Look at who I was a couple years ago. Man, all the time with me, bro. I look back at who I was in, like, the high school days, 2009, 2012. I'm like, damn, bro, you came a long way. Came a long way for someone with no father figure, boy. Sure giving these other niggas a run for the money, boy. But yeah, man, I just want to talk about that. If any of these, like, points resonated with you at all, drop a like, a comment, all of it, man. Yeah, so real quick, as a Lost Boy, you're not allowed to have no higher moral code. You're not allowed to live without God in your life. That's a non-negotiable. Period. 2, you're not allowed to not know. We're in an abundance of information. If there's something you don't know, find out. Go learn about it. Get on the internet, ask Google a question, hit up ChatGPT. They're more than happy to answer your questions. If you don't want to know, then say that too. If there's something you truly do not want to know, be honest with yourself and be honest with the world. This is something I'm not interested in learning. And keep it that. Keep it a stat. Like that. Keep it a stat. I don't know that song. But anyway. And then 3, do not go with the flow. You are not allowed to go with the flow. You are not allowed to go with the flow. You are not allowed to be passive. You're not allowed to be complacent. You have to be a constant force. It doesn't have to be a big force. It doesn't have to be, you know, like you're Mike Tyson, or you're doing, you know, damage in your community in the economy or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but you do have to be a force. You do have to be the train that could, man. You do have to keep going and 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 going. You are not allowed at all to be complacent, to just sit there and think like things are gonna work out in your favor with no action from you whatsoever. So yeah, man. Shout out to all the Lost Boys. We're getting found in 2023. If you like this video, drop a comment. Follow me. I might just reactivate my Twitter. I got suspended on there. It wasn't my fault. I think I got hacked, to be honest, but I might just reactivate my Twitter and drop this on there. But yeah, like this video, drop a comment, sub, share this with whoever. Lost Boys 2023, we're getting found. 100%. God bless everybody watching. Appreciate everybody watching. And yeah, man, talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.